Hello, everybody. Today I'll be persuading you to not text while you're driving. Is a pointless text message worth taking an innocent life? Can your text not wait until you are home? A Kansas teenager would not have been texting if she knew what was coming. She was texting a friend when she crashed her truck, causing it to flip, and this resulted in her being in the hospital for a few days with injuries, and a couple days later she died. And this was reported by Lindsay Moore. Texting and driving results in thousands of fatalities each year. This distraction is becoming more common in the United States. Cell phones can be replaced, but a person's life cannot. Every person's life is precious, and none can afford to be taken too soon. If people realize that texting and driving is life-threatening, and more states ban cell phones while driving, then there is real hope in saving lives. I myself have been distracted while driving with the use of a cell phone, and I quickly realized and witnessed what it can do, because it can completely turn someone's life upside down. The CDC reported that 8 people in the United States die each day due to texting while driving. It only takes a split second to turn their life upside down and change the way that you live, because an innocent life can be taken too soon. So put down the phone and drive safely. How many people own a cell phone? Well, according to Pew Research Center, 96% of Americans own a cell phone. Cell phone owners range from 12 to 80 years old. 71% of teenagers ages 12 to 17 own a cell phone, which is likely to keep growing by the time they reach their adult years. And when they reach their adult years, they will most likely be behind the wheel of a vehicle, and this could become a serious problem. How often are people on their cell phones? Well, according to the study from Asurion, Americans are on their phone 96 times a day, and this was recorded in 2019. Daily cell phone check averages have increased 20% since 2018. 18 to 24-year-olds check their phones twice as much as the rest of the remaining American population. How many people text while driving? Well, 20% of Americans text and drive, says Nicola from CarSurance. And this age group involves teenagers from 18-year-olds to young adults to 20-year-olds. And these are 13% involved in texting while driving. Okay, the death sentence. This is something to really think about whenever you think about wanting to text while drive. When someone texts while they're driving, there's always the possibility of a crash, and a car crash can result in injuries or death. Annually in the U.S., texting while driving causes 1.6 million car crashes. That's a ridiculous amount of crashes and injuries and deaths. An article from Family Orbit described how a teenager in Shelby County was sending a text message while she was driving home, and then she ran into the back of a tractor. Car crashes result in 390,000 injuries, and this can be caused from the driver or an innocent pedestrian. And the driver and pedestrian can both be affected with death or injuries. Statistics show that 1 in 5 people involved in a texting and driving car crash were not present in a vehicle, and which shows that they were an innocent bystander. What is the death rate? Well, Edgar Snyder, who is a writer at CarSurance, stated that deaths in 2019 totaled to be roughly 4,700, and that's a big number to think about. 11 teenagers die each day due to texting and driving accidents. In the past 10 years, pedestrian deaths have increased 27%, and that was also reported from Edgar. So the first consequences texting while driving have is emotional. If you cause an accident and you cause a person to have injuries or cause a death to a person or family, this can result in PTSD, which includes having nightmares or flashbacks. And then you also have grief and guilt. Grief is possible because